Welcome back, everyone, here to Bronx Talk. Today, got a very special video for you guys. We are going to be going over our Yankees hot takes for the 2023 season. Me and Christian came up with 4 hot takes each, so a total of 8. And we're going to be going over our hot takes that we have for the 2023 season. So the first one, more of just kind of like a prediction, not too, crazy or anything like that. And then as we go on, they'll get hotter and hotter and hotter. So, Christian, what do you got first?
My first take is I think Anthony Volpe and Oswald Peraza are going to be in a playoff lineup together. I don't know who's going to be playing short. I don't know if the other one's going to be at second or third or however, but that's my bold prediction. I think it's a lock that one of them is going to be the starting shortstop. And then I really think both of them are going to really impress this season, and they're going to kind of force the Yankees' hand to find a spot for both of them. And look, I'm rooting for Josh Donaldson to bounce back at third, but who knows how that's going to look. And so, yeah, that's my first hot take.
I like it a lot because, I think Volpe, like I said, I think it's almost 100% chance he's going to get called up at some point this season. And so him and Peraza definitely being on the postseason roster seems very, very likely. And putting them in the lineup together doesn't seem too far off at all. My first one that I have is Oswaldo Cabrera, 20 home runs. More of a prediction. Oswaldo Cabrera hit 6 last year. And I think Oswaldo Cabrera is going to have a very solid season for the Yankees. And I think he's going to hit 20 home runs.
I like
At
that.
least 20 home runs.
I really like that. And I'll be honest, I could see it. Like if he had a full season last year, who knows? He has some like sneaky power, and his swing is really good. It kind of reminds me of Soto. My next take is I think Michael King will lead MLB relievers in F4. Now, again, this isn't crazy. This isn't that out there. Last year, when he went on the IL for the rest of the season, even like 2 weeks, 3 weeks following the injury, he was still leading relievers in F4. And I think the Yankees are still going to use him in that role where, he'll go 2, even 3 innings sometimes, give the rest of the high leverage guys a rest, and then he's off for a few days. If he does that, this becomes very likely, and he's looked really good in spring training so far.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I think it definitely could happen. Think it's kind of likely in a sense. So yeah, we'll see what happens. The next take I got is Garrett Cole, a 20-game winner in 2023. Now, when we were speculating, talking about our hot takes, and I thought about this one a while ago, and it was the first one that came to my mind. It just popped in my head, and it was speaking to me, and it said Garrett Cole is going to win 20 games for the New York Yankees in 2023. I just think Garrett Cole is ready. He could have the best season he's had as a Yankee so far. I'm just getting that kind of vibe, and I think he could definitely bring home 20 games and be a 20-game winner for the Yankees in the 2023 season.
I like it. He's done it once in his career. He went 20-5 in 2019 with the Astros, second in Cy Young voting. Really should have won the Cy Young that year. I think Verlander won it though. I could really see it. Garrett Cole, his past 2 seasons with the Yankees, a little odd because he has definitely put together some really ace-like performances. And overall in the season, I think we've been feeling pretty good about him. Although it's just been, a few stretches, a few starts every now and then that sort of inflate the ERA, and he's not getting win in those starts. Look, if he can just lock it down, be a little more consistent, it's very possible. And of course, he has to stay healthy, but I'm not concerned at all with that, with Garrett Cole.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I have him involved in my next hot take, because I think him and Carlos Rodon will lead Major League Baseball in strikeouts. Last year, Cole was number 1, Rodon was number 3, Corbin Burns was 2. This year, I think they're going to be 1 and 2. Who's going to be 1, who's going to be 2? I don't know. But I think it's going to be both Yankee aces at the top of that leaderboard.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I think that's more of a prediction, but I think it's a very, very solid prediction. I think it goes well, and I can definitely see that happening for sure. Okay, the next one I got is Giancarlo Stanton, at least 50 home runs in 2023. Now we're getting a little, it's getting hotter. You say Giancarlo Stanton, 50 home runs. And when we were talking about the hot takes and thinking about them, this was another one that came straight to my mind. And I don't know why. It just is speaking to me just like the core one. Giancarlo Stanton, 50 home runs. You know, Giancarlo Stanton didn't have a bad year necessarily last year, missed some time. But he definitely wanted to have a better season than what he had. And his season was still not bad. He made the All-Star team. But I think Giancarlo Stanton, if he can stay healthy, I think he can hit 50 home runs for the Yankees in 2023 and just bring a lot more power to that Yankees powerful lineup. And we just have a lot of home runs. And I like this one. I think Giancarlo Stanton could hit 50 home runs in 2023. So that's one of my hot takes.
Yeah, I'm just looking at his numbers last year: 110 games, 31 home runs. Look, if he plays a full season, 150-ish games, maybe that's a little bit of a stretch, but that
140,
number's that number's
145.
probably at like 40. And then look, he has a little better year than he's had in the past. He's done it before, 59 home runs in 2017. It's definitely possible, and I'll tell you, if Stanton's healthy and he's hitting like that, the Yankees are set. They really are. My
Yeah.
final hot take. This is hot, hot, hot. I have Aaron Judge winning the Triple Crown. And look, I think the big talk with Judge is, is he going to repeat? Is he hitting 62 again? More than that, look, that's really tough to do. If he does that again and he really is just like this superhuman, then great. But I think it's very reasonable that he's going to lead Major League Baseball in home runs. I think we could all agree on that. And look, if you hit
Yep.
a lot of home runs, you're also going to have a lot of RBIs. So I think
Yep.
it's also very reasonable to say that he's going to lead Major League Baseball, not even Major League Baseball, just the American League uh, in RBIs. And then look, all he has to do is just have the highest batting average in the American League. And the guy who was ahead of him last year, Luis Ariz, he's in the National League. The guy who was behind Judge, even Xander Bogaerts, he's in the National League. And Judge has even said in the offseason, one of the things he wants to work on is putting the bat on the ball a little more this season. It's out there. I think the last Triple Crown was Miguel Cabrera, but hey, if there's a guy to do it, it's Aaron Judge.
Absolutely. I was just going to mention that, Aaron Judge had a phenomenal season, one of the best seasons we're ever going to see in the history of the game. And he comes out this spring training and says one of the things he wants to work on is his two-strike approach. Two-strike, trying to put the bat on the ball, move the runner over, bring the runner over, bring the runner home, do the small things like that. And he was really working on that. And that just shows to Judge character, always finding ways to improve himself. And I think with that, I think especially the season he had last year, I don't think it's too far out to say that he could potentially win the Triple Crown in 2023. So I like that. I like that one a lot. Okay. This is probably the hottest take we have in the video, but here we go. So a little drum roll maybe. And I got Ron Marinaccio being an all-star in 2023. Obviously, Ron Marinaccio had a really, really good season last year, kind of got hurt right before the playoffs. But I like Ron a lot. I like his stuff. I thought he was really, really dominant. I think there was a tweet the other day by Yankees Moose, and it was Ron Marinaccio's timeline of the games he's pitched in. And there was so many outings that he had where he wouldn't give up a run. 0, 0, 0, 0. You guys can go find that tweet. But it was pretty incredible. So I think Ron Marinaccio is going to have a dominant season for the Yankees in that bullpen and earn an all-star nod in 2023.
I love it. I love it. It's hot, but hey, it's not crazy. He broke on the scene last year. I'm all for it.